interviewing Aiden and Grayson. First question, how were your holidays and what did you do?
In the holidays we did fun stuff. We did some moving because we're moving to a new farm, and that's it.
That's cool.
We went to Wellington and going to the beach, and then we had lunch and dinner.
What are you looking forward to this year?
Being a scientist. Doing tennis.
That's a cool sport, eh?
Yeah.
What was your favourite part of the year so far and why?
My favourite part of the year was probably building Lego in our class.
That's cool, Lego's cool, eh? And what was your favourite part of the year so far? Yeah.
Going to Wellington.
Oh, of the school year?
Like while you're at school?
Playing cricket.
That's cool. Right, back to Briar.
Thank you very much. Oh, what's your favourite food and why?
Because I really love noodles. My favourite food is probably oranges.
They're good, eh?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're like juicy and stuff.
That's cool. Thank you everybody very much and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Hi, I'm Alice and he's Ryan, and today we're going to be interviewing Bella and Tessa about their swimming. How many hours a week do you train?
So me and Tessa both train for about 2 hours each training session.
And we train about 6 times a week, so that's about 9 hours overall.
Who's your coach and what's his background?
Our coach is Richard Gaheel, but we just call him Richard, and his background's pretty cool.
He was an Olympic swimmer for Ireland and he also went to the Commonwealth Games.
How many years have you been swimming?
So I've been swimming like my whole life since I was a baby, but I've been in swim club since I was 6.
Same as Bella, I've been swimming my whole life and I've been in swim club for about 6 years now.
What advice would you give to people who want to start swimming lessons?
Just try your best, don't give up, and it's quite easy once you get it right.
You actually might like it. It's actually really fun. Don't be afraid, and it's a really good life skill to have.
Would you guys like to go to the Olympics one day?
I would hope to.
Let's just see what the future brings to me.
Thank you for letting us interview you and have a good day.
Hello, Uncle David.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Waiting a bit nervously.
Yeah. I have with me my friend Hamish, and we would like to thank you for letting us interview you today. Hamish, where and when did your rugby career start?
Where did it start? It started in a little town called Inglewood in Taranaki. And I went to a little school called Norfolk first, and then played at the Inglewood club.
What position did you play?
I played halfback for just about all my career, but I think I might have played in the midfield when I was quite young. But I played halfback for all my career.
What was your first club you played for?
Well, I played for Inglewood. That was my first club. And then I actually used to work in the bank then, and I got transferred to Auckland. So I played for Auckland University. And then I came back to Inglewood and played for Inglewood again. And then when I finished my international career, I went and played for Harlequins over in London. And came back, and I've done a bit of coaching and playing at the Inglewood club. And now I'm down at Old Boys University Club in Wellington.
When did you get selected for the All Blacks?
1978, a long, long time ago. Can you remember back that far?
No, not really.
I find it hard to remember. It was long ago.
How many games did you play for them?
How many games did I play for the All Blacks?
Yeah.
I played 54 games, and there was 24 test matches. But in those days, when you were a reserve on the bench, you only got to go on if someone got injured. And I sat on the bench for another 34 games for the All Blacks. So I played 54 and sat on the bench for 34. So I would have been close to 90 if I had got on, off the bench.
Yeah. What was your favourite moment as an All Black?
Well, obviously getting selected, but I think playing wise and I think the big occasion was when I played my first test against Wales. You won't remember this, but we just snuck home 13-12 with a penalty in the last few minutes. It's well talked about. But I played at the old Cardiff ground. Well, it's the same ground now, but it's around a different way. But I think there was about 50-something thousand people there, and the atmosphere and the Welsh singing was incredible, and it really sent chills down my spine. So I played there a few times, but that first time there I'll never forget it.
Who was the best player you've ever played against and why?
Well, I think the best player I played against, there's a lot of good players. And if I have to name one, I think it would be Hugo Porta from Argentina. He was a first 5'8". And I actually played alongside him when we played for the New Zealand Barbarians when we toured Australia. But he was very, very talented. And when I played my last test over in Buenos Aires in Argentina, we drew 21 all, and we scored 3 tries. And Hugo kicked 4 penalty goals and 3 drop goals for 21 all, because tries were only worth 4 points in those days. But just shows you how good he was. But really great player and a really nice human being.
What advice would you give to anyone that would like to represent their country?
Well, I think the big thing is that, always aspire to improve. You've got targets there, and sometimes aren't easy, but I've got an old saying that there are no guarantees in life, only opportunities. And you've got to make the most of those opportunities. So, and I would say that for whatever sport you're playing, don't ever forget where you started your playing career, and that's at club level, at grassroots. And that's really, really important, because, you don't forget those people for the rest of your life, and they are friends for life too, that you grow up with. It's like a family. And that was, my thing to any young player or whatever they want, or in life, wanting things, as I say, look to improve and take the opportunities, because nothing is given to you. You have to earn it.
Thank you again for your time. You had an amazing career. Thank you for letting us interview.
That's no problem. It's been a pleasure, and hope all goes well for you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Ryan. Great.
Hi, my name is Iona and Georgia. We have Miss Gifkins here to interview.
How has 2022 been for you so far?
2022 is filled with excitement. We're really thrilled how the term's gone. Just fantastic to have everybody back in a school environment and getting back into sports and lots of discovery learning. So I'm pretty excited.
What's your favourite thing you did in the holidays?
Oh, we had a lovely family Christmas, so our kids were with us and just had a great time. And seeing my mum, it was really lovely with my brothers and sisters. So I had 2 special somethings during the Christmas break.
What are you most excited for this term?
Gosh, it's really hard to choose one thing. The discovery kicking off in sports, being able to do that in the COVID guidelines and keeping us all safe with following those guidelines has been, I think, really helpful for us as a school to really get into the things that we love doing here.
What do you think of getting a school pet like chickens?
Ooh, chickens. Love chickens. That could be a really cool thing. We'd have to see once I get the proposal from students who are looking at having something like that, because we love having Richie here. He's kind of the St George's mascot for us. And we'd have to just look at the health and safety so that we're looking after any of those animals or living things like chickens.
Thank you for letting us interview you today, Ms. Gifkins.